Welcome to my channel, Unsettling Stories. Let's start. True personal story, Haunted Native American Woods. I was 14 years old and it was an autumn morning in a suburb in southeastern Wisconsin when a neighborhood girl I had never talked to much knocked on my apartment door. She wanted me to go outside to hang out. I wasn't doing anything else, so I accepted the offer. Once outside, we were walking around and talking when she mentioned a nearby large wooded area down the street. I was familiar with this place from playing soccer across the street from it. But she went on to tell me details about the woods that I did not know. She tells how the woods are haunted by Native American spirits, and that you can sometimes hear tribal drums playing from the woods if you're nearby. I thought her stories about the woods were ridiculous. I didn't believe her, but I continued to entertain the story. I thought she liked me and was just trying to scare me or something. However, I was curious. I am not a 100% paranormal skeptic. I can be very intrigued by ghosts and the afterlife, especially if it's in real life. I asked her if we could go to the woods just to check it out. I wanted to see if there was anything that could convince me that her stories were true. The streets were empty, the sidewalks bare. No one outside but us. The woods' overgrowth stretched on over the sidewalk and branches were reaching out at us, but the entrance was further ahead another 100 feet or so. And that was when we heard it. Deep in the woods to our left, banging drums. It sounded like it was straight out of a Native American dancing event. There were no cymbals or other instruments or music being played. Just the deep rhythmic pounding of drums. That was when I ran back to my apartment. What the hell was that? I thought to myself, heart pounding. The last thing I expected to experience near those woods was the exact situation she had previously described to me. Banging drums. I tried to explain it to myself, but couldn't come up with any answers. 1. There isn't any way that an actual performance was happening. I'd be aware of an event like that as it's right by me and my suburb is tiny. 2. It couldn't have been random people playing drums that she had heard before and was now setting me up. Where she lives, came from before knocking on my door is the complete opposite direction. Not even in my apartments. 3. She didn't play sounds off her phone quietly to give an illusion of distant drums. Her phone was out and off. I was absolutely struck with curiosity and fear, but wanted to explore more. However, I felt that I needed backup. I told some neighborhood friends about it and we went to check the woods out. We got further than just the sidewalk, make it to the first large entrance. It was an opening into an empty clearing half the size of a football field. There was nothing to see, so we entered the actual woods through a little opening on the opposite end of the clearing of the first entrance. Once inside, everyone is already feeling off. There were no drum noises heard this time, but there were no other noises in the woods either. Not even a bird or cricket chirp. It also felt colder than it did outside the woods, which is odd as well. Eventually, after getting deeper in the woods, everyone gives a similar update on their condition. Our heads felt clouded, as if we had concussions or were in a daze. It also smelled very heavily of tobacco. Then we heard the first sounds from the woods, crunching of leaves and the feeling of hearing extra footsteps behind us. We decided that was it, and ran to the exit, leaving and never coming back again. But always taking fearful, curious glances of the woods down the street. That's all for my story. I know it isn't the scariest story, but it's true. I sugar-coated nothing, and even living 30 minutes away from where this happened and being 6 years older, I feel absolute chills thinking about it. Something I didn't mention in the story is that when in the woods, I had numerous visions of myself dying via spears and arrows launched by a large muscular-toned Native American man with a feathered headdress. Thanks for watching.